Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent McCory and this is Africa 54. We'll have more on those stories in a moment. But first, it's not over yet, but it appears that the United States Senate has reached a short-term deal to end the 16-day partial government shutdown and avert a threatened Treasury default. That's according to a key Republican senator. The U.S. House of Representatives may vote on the plan first to hasten its approval. Now, Richard Green recaps the final push towards today's anticipated deal.
The Republican Speaker of the House of Representatives, John Boehner, told reporters Tuesday that the Republicans will not allow a U.S. default.
Listen, I have made clear for months and months that the idea of default is wrong, and we shouldn't get anywhere close to it.
Hours after House Republicans proposed a new plan to extend the government's borrowing authority until mid-February and reopen the government with some conditions, a meeting of party leaders concluded the proposal would not garner enough votes to pass. In response to the political uncertainty in the world's top economy, the Fitch credit rating agency placed the United States on a negative watch Tuesday. Officials say the U.S. Treasury could default on its $16.7 trillion debt if it is not allowed to borrow more after October 17th. Democratic House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi said some of the debt was accrued during the administration of Republican President George W. Bush.
A lot of this debt is the Bush administration era debt, and they don't want to pay those bills. This isn't about what happens in the future only. This is about the bills that have already been incurred. How do you walk away from that?
White House spokesman Jay Carney said that failing to raise the debt ceiling before the deadline would set a dangerous precedent.
Once you get to that deadline, you've entered territory that we've never entered before. And that sends a signal, I think, globally, that there is uncertainty about the fidelity here in the United States to the principle that we always pay our bills on time. And that is why this line has never been crossed.
Robert Schiller, the Yale University professor who is one of this year's 3 Nobel Prize winners for economics, told the VOA that both sides in Congress know a U.S. default would be disastrous.
I still think it's unlikely. Both sides know that that's a disaster. It's like a game of chicken. You know, 2 cars are driving, and the one wins who is the last to veer off. Well, they usually don't crash.
Schiller said a U.S. default would be detrimental to the U.S. economy, but that the economy would eventually get back on track. The Nobel laureate also said damage to the U.S. reputation has already been done. Richard Green, VOA News, Washington.